I wanted to do the original course. Like this is not what I signed up for. You know, I wanted to do the iconic, like, what I'm like,
OG.
the OG. I'm like, no, I'm like, thank you. We made that course. That's amazing.
Start crying.
No, I'm like, I can't believe I'm hearing you say that. But also, screw you. Why are you coming at us? But thank you. That was so nice of you that you love our course so much. So I was like very torn. I'm like, defend myself, but also like it's like my kids fighting.
Welcome back to the next aid station. I am your host, Jake Kilgore. Mick Garrison on my left, as always. Big week. We're tired and ornery, and this will be a very, very, very good episode. We're pumped about this one.
Shut up.
This is the DC Peaks recap show. I just barely got dry.
Yeah, dude, we should have had a poncho on.
We should have wore ponchos.
I wonder if all of our runners feel as tired as we do. They should be in a different way tired. Ours was like a week of just emotional and physical. It's not like whiny time. It's just, that was something.
Dude, I've been saying it for years. I'd rather run it than race direct, except maybe 2025. I might have been better off in a canopy with a fire pit and dry gloves.
Yeah, that was...
It might have been better. Even though I went 21 hours, as always, it's just a 21-hour day. Race directing DC Peaks is 21 hours for me every single time. I get home at midnight, and then I just hang over all day Sunday. I'm just dragging. Monday is just pull everything out and let it dry and put it away. It's like a...
You're a big pull it out guy. Let it dry. I'm more of the, just whatever happens. If there's some mold, it's it's too much work.
I'm here for the men's meet, baby. Hey man, we got our swag in. Couldn't even rep it at
a lot of stuff at the finish line.
We got
including me.
Yeah, I did.
I spent 10 minutes there. We'll get to that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got all of our swag that a bunch of people hit us up about. Hey, can I get this? Can I get that? How do I get that? I'm like, yeah, we'll be there. We'll have all of our stuff. We got black, we got white, we got long sleeve, short sleeve, hooded. And then, we packed it in boxes. I didn't even take it out of the box truck.
Good.
I left
Smart.
all of it in the truck.
It rained.
It rained. More rainfall in Salt Lake City. What was it?
1901.
The most amount of rain in Salt Lake City in a 24-hour time period since 1901.
Yeah.
So if you towed the line,
they're like a half inch, and then it was like 2 1/4 inches. So same thing.
Dude, 2 1/4 inches? I was like, that's like that much rain.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's about that much rain.
That much.
That's all you need, though.
That's it.
Just a little bit.
We got all the rain we could handle.
Oh. Okay. I've got a number of stats.
Last year, when we got the Jumbotron bibs.
Jumbo bib year.
The capes.
2024 jumbo bib.
I was like, can we just have a race that's just not perfect? No race can be perfect, but just a perfect race. Why not? Why can't we? Well, I mean, those bibs are really just silly to think about now after Saturday.
Yeah, the fact that you were stuck on that for a year.
The bibs and the course marking, I'm like, sweet.
And this year we got compliments that it was the very best marked course they've ever been on from a number of people at the finish line. They're like, it was pouring freaking rain. I never pulled my phone out once. I never looked at my watch. I just followed the course marking.
That's so cool.
So, victory is ours on course marking this year.
Okay, dog. Some people got lost, I heard, but We were pretty clear on the GPX file. Like,
I don't think I heard that. Who got, like, where?
we got an email that girl from Colorado that we thought would do well. She got lost. She got lost and dropped.
I know exactly where she got turned around to.
Where?
It was coming into, I think, Bear Canyon. There's like that section where you're up high and you had to turn right and drop down.
Follow the Wasatch
to
course.
go down to the road.
She went straight.
She went straight where it ends.
Yeah.
And then so she did like a little, probably
That's nothing.
mile.
Quarter mile?
Yeah,
That's
quarter
not even
mile.
a mile, bro.
No.
It's just a little out and back.
And she's like, I'm out. Yeah, that's just, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I got lost.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. Just
say,
I'd be like, this is miserable. I'm out. Just say that.
Yeah.
Or say, I don't care. Hugs. Come here, girl.
Hug it up,
Come
girl.
back and do it again. Do it.
Yeah.
We'll run it back.
Yeah. No, the course was very well marked.
It was very well marked.
The
You guys
fact
did a
that-
great job.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I mean, it was marked. Yeah, it was great. Okay, here's some stats for you, sir. We had 360 plus signups.
Mm-hmm.
Record year for signups for all 3 races. All 3 races hit new highs. We had 177 started the 50 miler. 104 finishers. 58-ish, 59. I can't remember the percentage.
That's really good.
That is way higher than I thought.
Oh, me too. I thought 15 people would have finished.
Bro, I was setting up the finish line. I got there at 10:15 after I sent off the 25Kers at 10 a.m. For 2 hours setting up, just trying to keep everyone warm. My whole crew. High winds, sideways freaking winds, setting up tents, getting heaters in there. I'm like, we're just setting this up for the 25K. That's honestly what I thought. I'm like, we're going to set it up. We're going to have 50-ish finishers, and it's going to be a short day at the finish line. I did not think we would have any finishers. And someone was like, I think it might have been Jesse, Rich, or someone at the finish line was like, dude, if we get 50% finish, that's going to be a huge victory. And I was like, oh, yeah, dude.
For sure.
In this crap, 50%?
How many people total started? Like 250 people?
297
300 people?
right there.
300 people started.
Yes. Between all 3 distances, 177 50 milers.
Badass, dude.
67
6, 7.
55Kers and 53 25Kers started.
Woo.
Yeah, dude.
Those ultra people are a little.
So my first question, if we had a 100 miler this year, does anyone finish?
Yeah, bro. Yes. They're crazy. They just don't care. They're like, let's go. Yes, I'm hypothermic, but you know what? Push through.
Because it didn't let up all freaking day. I kept thinking.
It got a little lighter around like 8:30 p.m.
Oh, okay. I was looking like, what time are you going to say? It didn't let up, dude.
No, it was insane. I was so mad.
We were looking at
I was like angry guy. And when you're driving, I was leaving the start line driving in my truck. And when you're driving like on the freeway and it starts raining like that, it really brings it home. Just because you're driving so fast in the rain. I'm just like, I was dying. I'm like, they're out there in this? They're out there in this. And they hit Hobbs Creek. Is it Creek? Canyon.
Hobbs Canyon.
Hobbs Canyon. They turn left at that sign, start going down there, and then it's just boom. And Luke Richens messaged us and said that him and a group of guys were going down that, and they just let out a battle cry, like they were going to war against the weather. And he was pumped, and he's like, bring it, let's go. And I'm like, dude. And they did, and he finished that shit.
God, dude. I'm in awe.
A lot of people said hardest ultra marathon they've ever done.
We had guys, people that had never done a 50, but had done multiple hundreds, oddly enough. And at the finish line, we're like, that was harder than Wasatch. He goes, I did Wasatch this year. This was harder.
Bro, yes. I don't know how. I don't get it.
I don't know. Scott, what was your experience from the downpour? You ended up dropping at Zig Zag?
Right before Zig Zag.
The stats got to say,
So,
that's
like
where
Davis
everyone,
Creek?
Yeah, I just popped down into the neighborhood and called my wife. I was like, I'm done. Come get me.
Dude, we were talking about that. I'm like,
He's all,
The
drive
alternate-
drive me to the finish line.
the alternate
I won.
course is very mentally tough that way, in that you have reception the whole way. You can literally just call an Uber or DoorDash some food in the middle of the run, because it's just right there off of everyone's backyard.
It was. And I just knew that, I was like, I know what this is going to take to finish, and I don't got it today. That was, I was doing the notes in my mind. I was just like, this is ridiculous. If I finish this, I'm going to be a shell of a person for 2 weeks. I'm not going to be able to train. My gear's getting ruined. I popped down to the neighborhood. I just let all those thoughts go in my mind, and I tapped.
I'm going to die and never see my kids again.
I didn't go that far.
Oh, that's
I could still see just fine.
The thought of leaving Mueller and making that 10-mile trek to Summerwood, I wasn't even running, and I was like, there's no way in hell. No, dude, I'm not going up there for a 10-mile stretch.
No.
Zig Zag was really exposed too. That whole section between, so the descent off of Flag Rock, and this is what was getting me, is the descents were so wet that you couldn't really run them.
Yeah.
So I was moving so slow on the descents, I couldn't stay warm, and I was just like shaking, and everything was wet. I was just like, I can't stay warm because I can't move fast enough to stay warm. And so that's eventually, I think, what got me, is just not being able to move fast enough to keep my body warm.
And you didn't have crew. You didn't have any change of clothes.
I had a change of clothes at Mueller, and I was about 7 miles from there, and I was like, that's going to take me probably 90 minutes plus to get there. And yeah, I'm not.
Oh, you did do a drop bag?
I did at Mueller. Yeah, I had one at Mueller.
I didn't count the stats, but if I were to guess, we had by far the most drops at Zig Zag. We had drops at Mueller, but we also had to cut a bunch of people that didn't just make the cutoff. But drops, you were at Zig Zag all day.
Uh-huh.
And you must have just been pulling people, or people were just leaving course.
They were pulling people at the first aid station. They were pulling people at Francis. I mean, not Francis, at Farmington. Yeah, and definitely we did it.
Zig Zag was just
Zig Zag.
halfway
Carnage.
through the race.
It was a shit show. Like, I learned a lot, and we'll fix some stuff going forward. It's a combination of the race growing and also how miserable it was outside. But Family's crew just overtook the aid station. They were just huddled in around the fires, and I'm like, there's nowhere for the runners to go. There's crew can't move. I don't even know what's going on here. And I look over, and there's like little kids. I'm not going to go tell these little kids, you got to get away from the fire. Mm-hmm. So we have to fix some stuff there, go UTMB-style, and just be like, you can't go there. I don't know what we're going to do, but it cannot be that. You couldn't park up there. Seven of us, I was trying to get up there, 7 cars had to back out all the way down that windy road at the same time.
It's a single track road. Single lane load.
Single lane.
One lane road.
Yeah. And reversing 7 cars at once, and one girl didn't know how to do it. She kept going into the bushes. So then we'd have to like give her some space to come back out. It took forever. And it was embarrassing. I'm sitting there like, this is my race. Like, I'm legit embarrassed right now. So I'm like, that's why I was texting you.
Hoodie.
Yeah. I was texting you, and I'm like, well, we got some shit to fix at Zig Zag.
Yeah.
So do you think you'll do something similar to Wasatch, where they have like you have to wait at a park
at Big Mountain?
Yeah, and you have to wait at the park and like verify that your runner is less than an hour out before you go, or something, or just no cruise at Zig Zag.
Bro, I don't know what to do. We'll talk about it. We have to figure it out.
Well,
like, honestly,
just brainstorm it now. The people want to hear. I don't love the pass. I get why they do it. We are as big as them now from a numbers standpoint. We had more starters than the Bear 100 between all three of our races. Different, obviously, one.
Yeah, we're
one,
not selling out in 4 minutes, but it doesn't matter. The amount of runners
people
and the
is what
amount
I'm
of
getting
crew was wild.
Yeah, it doesn't mean. Yeah, I'm not saying one's greater than the other. I'm just saying if 350 people start 100 at one time, it's totally different than 350 starting 3 different races at 3 different times. That a bunch of them finish at the same time. So your finish line is like crazy at this certain time period. But to your point, all the 2 races all came into Zig Zag same time. A bunch of people.
Yeah.
Was that because of the delayed start?
It's because of the delayed start and the course. Because the course. So in prior years, starting Zig Zag, starting the 55K, they go up to Bountiful and back, and they're ahead of the 50 milers. So it's spaced out for volunteers, for families. This was like, hey, you're starting at the same spot an hour apart, and then you end up kind of coming together.
Yeah, but do you think that if we go back, well, not if, when we go back to the original route, that will fix itself? Because the amount of runners that we've added to the start line, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that it does fix itself. We'll look at the splits again, but we've never experienced that, and maybe it's because of the numbers. Maybe it's a combination of the numbers, the weather, families worried about their runner. Like, I got to be there for them.
Like families taking care of themselves. They're freezing. They're outside. They want to get all up in that aid station.
And they would never do that on a regular day.
I know.
They'd be out kicking it on the trail, walking, like waiting for their runner. So it was a culmination of all of that, the stars aligning of like that many people wanting to be in one spot.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's not a single tree. It's just so exposed right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm like,
anywhere.
go just. And the problem is they parked down below, and then they walked up to the aid station, which is like a quarter mile.
Yeah.
And now they're up there in the elements. Well, you don't want to just stand there and freeze.
Yeah.
So you want to huddle in around the fires.
Yeah. I to answer the original question, I want to do anything that allows family, friends, and crew to be at any of the spots that are accessible. Without having to get pass and permission. And I don't like the vibe of like, oh, you got to get your pass and I'll let you in if. And it's like you give some random volunteer, this authority to let him in. You're like, nope, let me see your license plate. What bib number are you here for? I'm like, I just don't like it. I get why big races have to do it. I mean, UTMB, it's like, no pacers, and you get a person for crew only at these spots. I totally get it. I'm trying to keep a community family vibe of like, yeah, cool, go check them out, man. Yeah, if you want to go see them, go see them. I want to keep it loose.
Yeah. When we were at Kodiak, that wasn't a big race per se, but it was run by UTMB, and you can't get into the aid stations.
Yeah.
And for runners, you have plenty of space. It's kind of nice. Like no one's
that part we can do better, where they can't get to the aid station. Like you guys family can't get in the aid station.
Yeah, that's what I don't like.
But being able to crew and be there, but essentially roping off an area that's like runners only totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Like only runners in this section. But yeah, you guys want to come cheer them on? Come to Zig Zag. You can park on the road. It's just a quarter-mile hike up, and then be anywhere you want on that mountain and that trail.
I don't
just
know.
Not here.
I have a question.
The parking was so bad.
How far is it from Zig Zag to Bountiful Boulevard? It's like
2.5 miles.
I was going to say it's less than 5K. Why not just say,
if you want to see your runner,
like Bountiful Boulevard can be like a Forest Hill, like just allow people to
we wanted that.
Meet with their crew right there on Boulevard if they need to, because it's only 2.5 miles to there.
Yeah.
And it'd be so easy to just swap bottles or something right there.
My biggest fear, one of the fears I had going into this weekend with doing the alternate course was the amount of traffic literally on people's neighborhoods. I'm like, dude, I don't want all the backlash that could potentially come from all of these homeowners who are like, what the hell? What is going on today? What are all these cars? Where are all these? Because that's the first time we've been on those trails with that many people. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to keep the peace with the community and keep everybody just cool.
But where? I don't understand what you're saying. Where?
Bountiful Boulevard. If we're like, yeah, go see them at Bountiful Boulevard.
We were trying to
100
get Davis High cheerleaders to go there and make a huge thing of it.
Sure, but that's way different than what he's suggesting.
300 cars for 300 runners parked on Bountiful Boulevard would be a lot.
Bro.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Would be kind of dope.
that's okay. That's
We're like, I guess you could go to the B, that whole dirt parking lot right there.
that's all private. That's all.
The B?
Yeah, that's all used by all those.
Wait. No, you can go park at the B and go wheeling up there.
I know you can, but anyway.
Not an aid station. I'm just saying, if people want to go see their runner, is that part not cool?
That's fine.
Okay. I don't know. So I had kind of written down some notes of like this year's UTMB. Just weather ridden was so bad. Cocodona was the worst it's ever been in a 5-year race. Run Rabbit Run rained and pounded on those guys, on those runners. It just seemed like a weird year for weather patterns in a bunch of races. And then we got hit. It's going to rain this weekend too, by the way.
Know. I
wouldn't
love
matter.
it. I'm going to sit there and enjoy it. I normally love rain.
I love it when it rains.
So do I. Pluviophile.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, can you pull up? These are our races. Okay. So we'll just quickly. We don't need to recap a ton of like the podium and the runners and themselves. We have Eli White coming in later today. We have Ashley Molina coming in later today. So we'll probably release those on their own podcast, like their own shows. So we'll release 3 episodes this week. So we can kind of just hang out with Eli, hang out with Ashley later today. So cool. We don't need to break down kind of the runners. I think we'll let them break down the race and when they saw runners on the out and backs and like when Eli passed Matt, what that was like. Matt Comey led the race the entire way. Somewhere between Mueller and Summerwood, Eli made a move and passed him because Eli checked into Summerwood before Matt did. And while it's top of mind, speaking of Summerwood, riddle me this, good sirs. 200 runners run the 50-miler. According to our splits, and we could have them wrong, 1 person didn't go to the Summerwood aid station.
1 out of all the 50-milers?
1. 25K. Sorry, 25K. It's their only aid station. We had a couple through 2 or 3.
2. Okay.
But the 55K of the 67 starters had like 6 or 7 just not go.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize it until yesterday.
Yeah, they didn't miss it.
They skipped it.
They skipped it. Someone emailed us, told us.
Well, I knew before that email.
I know, but they said they someone was in the know, and they said they skipped it because of the weather.
One runner told me in the finish line tent, hey, I didn't know. I just was just a mess. I missed it. And I saw the sign that said no more aid stations. And I was like, I'm not going back. I'm like, look, whatever. Like, that sucks. Give me your medal back. No, I'm not. So we have a couple things to discuss. And we'll just collab it right here because we have not discussed this and we'll just do it live. If you are in podium position and you skip that, I'll give you your medal, but you are not on the podium. What do you think of that? They don't get a medal. They didn't finish.
They definitely didn't finish.
Okay, so do you DQ them? We're gonna go back into
we
Ultra?
have because they were podium. You didn't just take away last year's
I think it was 25K last year.
Yeah, you didn't just take away the podium and the medal.
We DQ'd them.
You DQ'd them.
Yeah.
You got to be consistent.
So are we going to DQ? Well, I'm just saying with weather and conditions, and my vibe does change given survival, like literally was
I
in the
understand.
air.
I think it's amazing. You didn't finish the race, but much respect.
What about like a 25-minute penalty or something similar to? Didn't this happen earlier this year at an R Viper race where somebody cut the course and they gave them a 30-minute?
Yeah, that's where HOA guy came from.
It's literally where HOA. Yeah,
that's true. So seems like a similar situation where it's a shortcut.
I thought that guy, they were running parallel trails.
He was running parallel, and then he skipped up and hit it instead of going back and hitting it.
This is cutting out, and especially
A mile?
knowingly,
Isn't it a mile?
just under.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a shortcut.
Huge.
Basically.
Like it was
Huge
very
shortcut.
slippery, messy going down, super steep coming back up. You caused us a bunch of crap having to try and track people down. Like where the hell are they with the runner tracking? Yeah, I mean, I have lots of respect for them for
Who?
going out and towing the line, but
Oh, okay.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a real problem for all the people that did the out and back.
Yeah. So I've got some emails I'll check after, but they did email me back. And so it's
I'm like,
yeah, unfortunately we will have to DQ them if
I'm
you
like,
miss that aid station.
oh, I'm at Speed Goat, and I really don't want to climb Baldy, so I'm just going to scooch right over down to the tunnel there.
Bro, forever, for 12 years, 13 years, it had a 2 mile out and back at Speed Goat, and it was an aid station at the end of the out and back. We have agreed as race
Pacific
directors,
Mine.
I would never, quote unquote, never say never, but we did not want to design a course with an out and back that didn't have an aid at the end.
I didn't want an out and back that did because
know.
of crap like this.
But,
it was so hard to get crew, to get aid up there.
Dude, the out and back is fun.
Bro, it was
no
so
big deal.
hard. People were like, I'm not doing that aid station.
We never would have got up there this year.
It was like, you think
Like,
it's hard to run down and back up? Well, they won't let us use like four-wheelers up there.
Yeah.
So we have
Carry
to carry
100
all of
gallons
it,
of water up
especially when it's hot. Then you got to do it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Like it took, oh my God, it was a mess. So no,
Okay.
you have to run down.
So we're going to have to DQ anyone that missed that aid station. And then we marked the crap out of it. There was no way to miss it.
If they didn't podium and you wanted to do a penalty for time, that's interesting.
Well, we can do
you
a
can't
penalty.
podium.
Okay. What if you what if you have a 25-minute penalty and it still keeps you on the podium?
I think that then maybe I would guess that it was taking people longer than 25 minutes to do that out and back in those conditions.
Yeah. I mean, it's a mile. We'll call it a mile. It's very close to half mile down, half mile up. It's a good climb, but 25 minutes sounds fair.
I took almost 20 minutes in Farmington Aid because it was so cold. I think people were spending a lot of time.
Yeah,
in Aid.
for sure.
If they had gone down, they would have spent at least
Dude, it
20
might be
minutes
an hour penalty. I don't know. It might be 30. We'll do some research, but maybe we assess a penalty and then we just,
We should have
I
had
don't
this
know.
dialed in beforehand. I don't like doing this after the fact.
well, it's what it is, dude. I mean,
I know. I'm just.
yeah.
But what do you want me to say? We're learning. We learned something every single year.
Yeah. I don't know why that particular, I guess I brought it up because I'm like, why did that particular race have so many runners that skipped it? And they were in like blocks of 2. And I'm like, oh, that dude just followed the runner in front of him. But I know for a fact they saw the blue flags because there was a ton of them to turn right. And then there was this big freaking sign that I had made 2 years ago that specifically said no more aid stations.
He said,
and
he said
every
I saw
runner
it.
knows. Every runner knows there's an aid station. And if it's hot, you're probably going down there and getting water and getting fuel. This year, like, I don't need anything. I want to be warm and in my car.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him. I totally don't blame him. And I have no way of knowing when they come across the finish line. I congratulate them. I give them a medal. I wrap them in a freaking space blanket, get them to a heater. I get them chicken noodle soup and hot cocoa, and then the next runner's coming in. I don't know.
Yeah, because there's so much. There's so much honor in this sport that you're not going to be like, hang on, before I celebrate you, let me check in with ham radio and make sure that you went to Summerwood, mister.
Before I take a photo of you guys. Yeah. And what's wild is like we missed getting pictures of the 55K podiums, men's and women's, because it was so crazy. They all finished in roughly the same time as the women's 50-mile podium. We had, at that exact same time, we had an older gentleman come in from 25K, hypothermic AF. I mean, we were stripping him down, getting him dry clothes. I mean, Jesse Rich is feeding this guy soup.
Oh,
He's
a
feeding
baller.
him. Bro, that's when this was all going down.
Yeah.
That's why we missed, getting a photo. And some of the 55K podium runners that came in were like, dude, don't worry about it. Sorry we didn't get a picture or our podium prize. But, like, I got there. I got my medal, and I dipped. I went straight to my car. I'm like, I don't blame you. That was some of the worst weather, plus the chaos was coming in between, like, noon and 2. They were all finishing.
Yeah, anybody that ran that whole thing and just missed that one out and back, I'm still like, holy crap! I'm so proud of them. It's hard for me to. I don't want to pile on, but
No.
on paper,
Yeah. Yeah. We'll probably just. I mean, I think we assess a penalty and move on. But I think maybe we.
So you said we're gonna have to DQ him, but now you're thinking maybe.
Well, I kind of like Scott's idea of that, but you did. I don't know. I don't know what the.
No, I don't think
rule
anybody,
is.
any other runners, no one's gonna care if another person didn't do the out and back, if they don't podium. I don't think.
Yeah, I think I don't know. You could say you skip the course, you're DQ'd. You cut the course.
I know.
You could also be like, dude, it was freaking hypothermic atmosphere, survival mentality. Get your ass to the finish line.
Yeah, it was for everybody.
That's
though.
all we care about. And if you got to that finish line on Saturday, you're getting a medal, and your name belongs on the finish list of our race.
I hear that.
That's how I feel emotionally. I'm like, no. You made a mistake, or you made a judgment call that wasn't a great, in making a call like that. When you're 6, 8, 10 hours into just pounding rain, I'm not going to just DQ you. I feel like your name still belongs on the finish line on ultra sign up in our race.
I'm down. I feel that.
I could argue either way, but
I just don't think you can podium.
I think that's fair. I think you get a penalty and you can't podium.
Yeah.
I think it's probably fair. I think they would probably agree. Like, dude, don't give me a podium. We had a runner in the 25K missed the turn. Jeremy Tolman went to Rudy's, bro. Did I tell you this yet?
I don't know how that's possible.
Jeremy Tolman missed the turn on the Bonneville Shoreline
Jeremy,
Trail.
where are you at, dog? We told everyone a million times.
I said it at the start line.
1.25 miles.
I said it at the start line of the 25K.
He's like,
when I set them
I
off.
was in hell, and I was just head down.
He took off. I want to guess he was leading. The way I saw him take off that start line, he was leading.
Oh, is he speedy? I didn't even
He's
know
fast.
that. Oh, he is?
Yes, he's like 2:40 marathon guy.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
okay.
He's fast. He's a great runner.
Ooh.
And I'm pretty sure he was leading. He goes, I got to Rudy's and it was snowing.
Oh, my gosh, bro. He ran to Rudy's.
He goes, I went to Rudy's and I came down. So all of a sudden he comes to the finish line, but he didn't come through the arches. He came to the side of the tents. And I go, bro, what are you doing? I haven't seen you come through the finish line yet. And he's like, I didn't finish, dude. He goes, I ran more than the 25K, but I went to Rudy's, came back down.
Oh, my gosh. Hit Flag Rock.
I'm like, dude. So, he knows.
It was a nightmare. He probably just had his head down, hauling ass. Just you stay straight on that trail.
And he's probably ran up to Rudy's a million times like we have. And he just went up to Rudy's. And then I don't know at what point. At what point over the next 4.5
This is a long mile.
there's no course markers for these 4 miles.
4.5 flagless miles.
4.5 flagless miles. He was just rocking them out. Come on, Jeremy. Come on, dog.
I don't know.
I don't know. But he said it was snowing. I'm like, that's not even 7,000 feet. It was snowing
Ugh.
at Rudy's. So
Send us to the top. We're trained. We're ready. We want the adventure. Bring it on.
Send it, guys. Come on, y'all. You don't know what you're talking about.
No, a lot of those people didn't. A lot of them would say, like, we were saying on Sunday to send us up to the top.
Okay, so that's next on my list.
Okay.
The debate.
The debate.
The master debate that Mick and I had. Mick and I friendly argue and friendly disagree. This was probably one of our strongest disagreements that we had ever in any business, in anything we've ever done together.
I did cut your brakes on your truck.
Mick was, it's fair to say you were pro Sunday.
I was definitely down to run it on Sunday.
Mick was pushing hard for the OG course Sunday.
Yep.
I was like, no, I don't think that's the move for various reasons. He was saying we should push to Sunday for various reasons. The old hindsight is 2020. If we would have pushed to Sunday, y'all would have been doing the alternate course on Sunday.
Yeah, it was not good up at Francis.
Could you imagine?
But even the alternate route on Sunday would have been a way better experience. But not after. All the people talking about how they can't believe that the human body can push through something like that, and the accomplishment was so much more sweet finishing that race than if you would have done the alternate route on Sunday.
We wouldn't have been able to put the
So
race
yes,
on.
you would have been cozier.
Oh, alternate. Yeah. Sorry.
You would have been cozier, but the fact that you did that in a 125-year storm, that's a story that you will never, ever forget.
And
we were losing aid station captains and shit like for Sunday.
yeah,
and
dude.
the vote was right down the middle. If it would have been 80-20, would you have given me the Sunday?
I was, before we put the stats out, I'm like, that's got to be 90%. I'm not moving anything unless it is 90%. And then I started going, maybe I'd do 85, maybe 80.
If it was 80%, you wouldn't have won that fight with me.
If it was 80, I think we would have moved. Yeah, we would have moved it. We would have moved it if it was 80%. But it was like 55-45.
No, it ended up like 52-48.
No way.
Yes, it did.
And nearly everyone voted.
Bro, it was that's a wash. That's
the number of emails and texts and DMs we got for either side was staggering.
Yes, everyone was like so passionate about it.
Yeah.
People were voting for it on Strava. They had like Strava groups.
Yeah.
But when you have such an even split, and then you have volunteers that tell us, like very much so, the volunteers are like, some were down to do it on Sunday. But when we start losing volunteers, other race directors of like big races were telling us, you don't move it. You don't move the day. Stick to Saturday. So that was like, okay, that they're very experienced. And then the weather guy's like, you're not good to go up to Francis Peak Sunday morning either, guy.
How would we have marked the course all day Friday?
So when he tells us that, and we're losing volunteers, and it's an even split, we're like, okay.
Yeah.
Then we send it. And
as someone who voted to move it, I am very glad you didn't. I was one of the voters that said move it to Sunday and do the original course, and I'm very glad you didn't, because 72 hours after the race now, it's Tuesday, I still don't think I would feel comfortable going up there today because there's still snow up there. And it was 41 degrees this morning in the valley, which means up there it's probably
28?
20s,
yeah,
20s?
freezing with snow. and sketchy conditions on Chin Scraper. I'm sure it's windy up there. So I think you made the right call. And yeah, I mean, it was still an incredible experience.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Sunday morning, I looked up there because it was nice down here. I was like, ooh, this is nice. You look up at Francis Peak, it was dog shit.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, oh boy, you could say whatever you want, how trained you are. I was looking up there and I was like, that is a nightmare up there right now.
I messaged a bunch of people on Friday who wanted refunds or rollover credit or this or that. And I was just like, I told people in person at Packet Pickup, I go, I think you are underestimating this course, dear sir. You think this is a chump change course because it doesn't go to 9,000 feet of elevation? I'm like, this course, is beautiful. I've ran every inch of it hundreds of times. It's awesome. I'm not saying that because I'm biased. I'm saying it because I know lots of trails. This course we designed in 2 days is freaking awesome. And it will have over 9,000 feet of climbing. Like, this is going to kick your butt. If you want an experience and you want something that will build your character and all these reasons why you signed up, you can get all of that and more on this course on this day with this weather. Like, they were just so quick to dismiss it because it was on the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. And I think a lot of those people walked into that race mentally unprepared, completely mentally thrashed before the race started. And I think that played into the DNF rule. It's like you walked into it like, oh, it's just Bonneville Shoreline and it's the alternate course. And I think it kicked your butt.
Yeah. I'm like, I told you this. I'm a little torn on how to feel about people coming at us about that. Like, I had some people I gave rides to, and they're like, I wanted to do the original course. Like, this is not what I signed up for. You know, I wanted to do the iconic, like, what I'm like,
OG.
the OG. I'm like, no, I'm like, well, thank you. We made that course. That's amazing.
Start crying.
No, I'm like, I can't believe I'm hearing you say that. But also, screw you. Yeah. Why are you coming at us? But thank you. That was so nice of you that you love our course so much. So I was like very torn. I'm like, defend myself, but also like it's like my kids fighting, you know. But do you know how many races that we've gone and done that were alternate courses?
So
I'm like, are you guys not ultra runners? Are you not part of this scene? Tahoe, do you think we wanted to do a bunch of out and backs?
Yeah, I didn't get to do the full loop.
No, Lightning at Ute.
The Ute 100.
Here you go. Here's a 92-mile course where you just do loops.
Kodiak last year, fire.
Yeah.
They busted their balls to reroute that. I mean,
yeah.
I didn't want
go do service
to
road
do that.
all over the place at Kodiak.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't want to do that, but that was the course they gave me.
Squaw Peak gets rerouted every other year. I feel like Squaw Peak.
Oh, that's right, dude.
Because of the snow.
Yeah,
on the back half.
They did their low course 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I just get a refund because of that. I'm like, you just get a refund. Do you know what we just bought? We don't make any money doing this. Do you know how much? You told somebody this. What'd you tell him?
I go, well, he pushed hard 6, 7, 8 times in person, 6, 7 times. And I was like, look, man, I totally respect where you're coming from. I get it. This course, you're going to have fun. You trained all summer to race 50 miles with us with DC Peaks. I highly suggest you walk over there and you get your bib and you toe the line. If you are asking even a 50% rollover to next year, I go, we don't make money doing this, dude. That's like me just pulling a $100 bill out of my pocket and just giving it to you and being like, here you go. Sorry for the weather. And he goes, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I go, well, but that's kind of what it is. Like, maybe we'll make money next year. But with all the weather changes and just things that happen, we do it because we love it, man. Like, it's weird that we love this, but
you're like, we bought all these extra fire pits. We bought all the food, all the medals, the T-shirts. We bought all this stuff. already.
Mhm.
And now you just were like, nah, it's not the original route, so therefore you owe me a refund. And I'm like, no, dude, go run it.
If you enjoy playing in the mountains, you got to be able to adapt to the weather or a forest fire or a reroute or whatever. That is the sport. And I'm like, and that was the number one reason why I was pushing back on you pushing this Sunday. I'm like, dude, this is a local 50 miler. We have lots of people. This is their first ultra. This is their first 50. I'm not worried about the Eli Whites and Matt Comeys and Cody Robinsons. They would have done the high route and finished.
Yeah, I know
those three guys. But it only takes one to just blow the whole thing up. And I know there's out of 210-ish 50 miler signups. I reviewed the list. There was a solid 30 that I'm like, no way I am sending them on the Great Western Trail. No shot. That is a high percentage of runners. And most of them are the ones that are like, oh, send it, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about.
We had some real conversations about the morning of the race offering either route. We were prepared to crew both routes, to course mark both routes, and have gear checks. And like, if you're fit and you want to go for this, go for it. And if you're asking for the early start, or if you're not fully confident that you can do it, then do the alternate route. We had those conversations. Like, we had 8 hours of,
because it wasn't that much more work for us to add 2 low aid stations and send anyone that qualifies, gear and fitness and resume. We would qualify you to go do the OG.
but then it's the volunteers. We can't send people up Farmington
and
Canyon.
ham radio and safety.
We can't send them up. One of them's your daughter. We're not sending them up on Farmington Road is sketchy, especially in snow. Like, we're not sending people up there. So
people die on
sorry.
that road every year. Every year.
No, I was on the Fern Coaster section when the storm hit in the morning, and it was lightning, and it was sideways rain and wind, and bro, there's no, like, if you're up at 9,500 feet and that hits, and it's a blizzard, whiteout conditions, no visibility for flags or trails or anything, no thank you.
Yeah. I think nearly every runner would have turned around before the campsite and gone back down.
Yeah, bro.
In
that
those
was
conditions.
so bad.
Yeah.
It's so easy for someone who's not in our position to just be like, yo, you should have done this. I would have done that.
As a runner, I will say thank you, because I think you guys made the right call, kept everybody safe. Like, there were even, I saw before the first aid station, at least 2 runners, both female, that were like hypothermic, like blue lips, shaking, could barely move. And that was on the lower elevation course.
Yeah,
So
you would have been stuck up at the campsite below Chin Scraper. Oh my God.
that was in the first 10 miles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
you guys-
exactly where they would have been.
I will say thank you to you guys, because I do think you made the right call. And I think it was still
Right on, dude.
a safe and great experience for everybody.
Thanks, man. Right on. Yeah, I think after the fact, I think that is 100%, 99% of takes, whether you started, finished, or DNF'd, that feels like that's 100% of the takes. You guys made the right call.
Yeah.
But Thursday, Friday, we were taking grenades.
Oh, we were taking, dude, I was determined to keep our original route.
I know you were.
Like, I was like, dude, no. Like,
I remember one of
it
our
took me so
conversations.
long to just finally accept it and like calm down, and my anxiety level to just go down.
Yeah. Bro, we were out running around doing stuff for DCPs, whatever we were doing. I think it was Thursday. And I remember one of our conversations, I go, what? I go, bro, why do we even have an alternate course then? What is the freaking point of an alternate course if we're never going to use it? And do you remember what you said?
No.
You go, what? So just because we made a course on all trails, we have to use it? That's great.
I kind of want to. I kind of want to run it now.
So
I guess we could.
Here's
Are we going to talk about our idea?
let's do it right now. Here's a couple comments that came out of the finish line. One of them was freaking funny, dude. These dudes, these homies are hanging out around the fire pit in this small city that I built in Tunnel Springs. We built this little city, warm in there. It was food. The vibes were up. We had music for all the finishers and the families hanging out in there. It was actually a really cool experience. And I'm listening to these two dudes talking, and the one dude's like, yeah, man. They were just like mocking the weather and how bad it was. They're like, yeah, I'm going to make a sticker for my car that says, I voted for Saturday. I voted for Saturday. It was funny.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. And then we had multiple people say, you guys should make the alternate route your spring race. And do the race in April, 6 months apart, and you do the alternate route in April, and then you do the OG, assuming good weather, in the fall.
You probably have to do May, but you could do it.
Yeah, April or May. April, Bonneville. You know
It's
where,
all snow, dude.
You know where it's bad is Mueller Park. Because it's all north-facing shade and it's cold up that canyon. Mueller Park is tough through May. I remember every year training up there, it is not clear by spring break. I'm like, oh.
Even the first mile?
I don't know about the first. Oh, yeah, first mile then that way. It's all north-facing.
I think that's so exposed, too. Like, it might work.
It's not great. It's not great there because it's cold and, yeah.
That's where the wildflowers come in too, though. That place is popping in the spring.
Yeah.
With the wildflowers, those yellow, bright ones. It's really pretty.
You could do like the first week in June, or whenever squaw is.
Second, they moved it to the They moved it to the second Saturday.
How funny would that be?
They were like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this date and that date.
We'll just do it whatever date you guys are
and
doing.
that one. So okay, I've got a number of questions. Rapid fire.
Oh, bro, I didn't even.
I prepped for a few hours last night.
I didn't even read I was like groggy. Like, what did he say?
Yeah,
I didn't see it till this morning.
You were hammered this morning. Again, second day in a row. So I've come up with 10 questions.
You made me go run last night.
How far did you go?
I just did 5.
Okay, great. It's better than nothing. I did 3. I'm gonna do about 3 or 4 today, and then I'm ready for Kodiak Friday. Friday, 1 p.m. start. What y'all think about the 1 p.m. start? It's interesting.
Yours is 1?
1 p.m. Friday.
And last year it was 11?
No, 1.
Oh, it was 1 both times?
Yeah. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
I like it for the people that win the race.
They do it because one of the main reasons they do it is because they have a 100K and 50K, and for start and then finish line and stuff like that. Because I think the 100K, 50K are Saturday morning, I believe.
I can't come to a conclusion on how I feel about the start times. I don't like having to be awake all day and starting it later.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of dumb to have the winner of your race roll in at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, or 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
Like, I don't like that.
And, yeah.
Like, hey, is anyone here? Nope. Okay, well,
Belt
just
buckle?
leave.
Oh, I'm just going to go to bed.
Okay. Hey, thanks for the cheers, 4 people. Like, that's not, I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of lame. Yeah,
But there are there's a lot of reasons to do it at 5 or 6 in the morning as well.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we put a vote out and most people picked, I think, 6 a.m.
Yeah, they did. Okay, this is a stat I'll give our people. Co-race directing. Every year we talk 100 times. Like, we're on the phone all the time, coordinating water, food, pizza delivery, ice. We're coordinating all this stuff. Volunteers, I need help. Get me a driver. I need drop bags brought to the finish line. All this stuff. Due to the chaos that occurred in that race, the number of runners, the rain, my phone was just wet. My phone took 2 days to dry. I couldn't charge it for 2 days. We talked. I went back to my phone that night. Saturday night when I got home at midnight, I'm like, man, I haven't talked to Mick like all day. I went through my call log. We had talked for 14 minutes and 30 seconds that entire day. From the start of the 6 a.m. 50 miler, we logged 14 minutes on the phone.
That even seems like a long time.
It was like 30 seconds here, a minute, 3 minutes. The longest call we had was 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I spent a total of 10 minutes at the finish line.
Yeah.
That's never happened.
No. And we had, again, like every year, totally different experiences.
Yep.
Like totally different experiences. And we really haven't even broken it down.
No.
We spent all day yesterday unpacking and drying. So I've got 10 rapid fire questions for you, sir. For the people.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit you with it.
Let's go.
I've got my answers because I prepped. I sent them to you to prep.
I didn't even read them. I'm
Right.
sorry.
But that's all right. Okay. Keep it right there, bro. And then I will pull mine up on my phone. I don't think I'll forget my answers, but I might alter them. Okay. Question number 1. What you doing there, buddy?
Trying to make this full screen.
Oh, there you go. Okay. What was the most important change you made post-race 2024 that created a positive impact for the runners this year in 2025? If you can think back to anything cool that we did, because we always make just a list of notes. Do this next time. Do that next time.
Things that we
What
did
can we
at
do
the end
better?
of last year.
Mm-hmm. Like what change did you make last year that was like people that didn't race last year?
Yeah, for sure. This is easy.
Okay.
It took a long time, thanks to our boy Luke. It was definitely working on all the GPX files. We had some older versions floating out there with runners. That just didn't feel dialed.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think of. But the GPX files this year were locked. That was nice.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great answer. Mine was this year we hired multiple photographers. And we had a photographer at the start and in the field all day. And we had one at the finish. Because every year, if you didn't race, you didn't know this, but we had one photographer every year. And we'd send them up to Francis and they'd take pictures for 3 hours. And then we'd send them to the finish line. So 55K and 25K got finish line pics, and that was it.
Yeah. This
last year, I was like, no, I want a dude in the field that can get everybody. So, and then everyone at the finish line. So, given the chaos and this and that, hopefully you guys all got your photos now, and hopefully everyone has one. I'm going to make some tweaks to that next year, but yeah, like, if you didn't make it to Mueller, then there's a chance we didn't get a photo of you at all, which is kind of a bummer. So I'm gonna make that better, but that's a level up where I was like, okay, this is dope. We got all these pictures out. I was going through all those photos last night. I'm like, this is awesome.
Dude, those ones in Mueller where it was all rainy and dark, those are so cool.
Yeah. Okay.
This is semi-rapid fire.
Semi. Yeah, it's not rapid fire. Okay. Yeah, okay. More definitely discussional. Number 2, what was the best audible that you called all day?
Yeah.
Where you were like, I'm going to go do this, and then you had to just call the audible at the line of scrimmage.
I didn't like what I was seeing at Zig Zag, so I called the aid station captains from previous ones, and I pulled them from their duties and made them come to Zig Zag and run that one instead.
Okay.
And it turned out to be huge.
Huge. That was a massive call. Mine, I will say, was I just sent the 55K runners off, so it was just after 8 a.m. And I was driving to Bountiful. I was driving to Mueller Park to set up the start line for the 25K. Probably 8:20, 8:30. And I got a call from Aid Station 1 that they were pulling their first runner. I think it was the first runner. And Park was getting pulled and potentially going to the hospital or ER or something for hypothermia. And then I immediately got on the phone with my wife and Stan and Bree. And I was like, I'm driving. I can't figure this out. I need you guys to call Cabela's, Walmart, Target, anyone that is opening up. That was about 8:45. I'm like, they're all going to open up either now or they open up by 9 or 10. I'm like, buy every space blanket that they have. I go, I need 300 space blankets. And they freaking found them and delivered them to, I think, Mueller and to the finish line.
Yeah, good call.
So now we know. If we do alternate route, we got space blankets.
Yeah. Nice.
Number 3, what was the best single decision you made all day? Maybe it's the same answer, but maybe there's just one decision that you made that was good.
I had to make a decision. Like, I didn't like what was happening at Zig Zag, and I was waiting for the people to come over there, and I was like, can I leave this spot? And I did. I left it. And I started shuttling runners that were in bad shape. I'm like, I don't know. They can't be here anymore. Like, they can't be here anymore. Get in my car. I'm taking you to the finish line. And I took like 4 trips.
Oh, that's why you came to the finish line that one time when I saw you?
Yeah.
It's because you brought
But other
runners.
times I just pulled in, dropped them off, went back. I was like trying to get other people. They didn't answer or whatever. I'm like, there is no like call someone else.
Yeah.
They need to get into a warm car and get to the finish line now. I'm like, get in. Just pile as many people as we can in this car. And I started driving, and I had great conversations with them. And some of them were our critics too, which was kind of fun.
Oh, good. They changed their tune a little bit.
Yeah, they did. Some of them.
Okay.
One was a pretty aggressive conversation, but
Okay.
a lot of them were like, I was coming at you, and this was a great conversation. I respect you guys, and we turned into friends.
Thank you.
But yeah, that I didn't expect to do that at all. I'm like, I did this the first year.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Well, repeat. Okay. I think the best single decision I made was setting up the finish line around 10. I got there, started unloading the truck around 10:20, 10:30. And you and I had bought all this awesome stuff for the finish line. We got lights. We got these big blow-up pillars that glow in the dark. We have 6 of them. We got flags. We got all this dope stuff. All of our vendors and sponsors are there. And within 10 minutes, I was like, no, I'm not doing any of that. None of that matters. None of it. The only thing that matters at the finish line is heat and shielding them from the wind and warm food. So I just pivoted and I was like, look, we're going to take all the canopies and we're going to connect them into a U. They will all be connected with sidewalls. And then you put in, for every heater we have, which I'm glad I took all 5 heaters and 10 or 12 tanks of propane. I'm like, line them up in here and we'll create a shelter. So the second that runner is done, they're shuttled in here. We give them metal, put a blanket on them, and literally show them where the chairs are. And it was hot in there. Like I was taking coat
Eat
off.
some noodles, some broth.
Yeah. So yeah, just pivoting to like party and celebration and vibe to just warmth, dry, hot food.
Yeah.
That was a big pivot for me.
Crazy. Last year, we totally were like running low on electrolytes and watermelon and water.
Hey,
Super hot.
that reminds me. When we were filling up the water on Wednesday and Thursday, you were betting me that we'd run out of water. Do you recall?
No?
Weird you don't remember that.
That we would run out of water?
I go, bro, I filled up every water we have. I go, it's going to be plenty. And you go, I'll take that bet.
Sounds made up.
Okay. Number 4. What was the worst decision you made on Saturday? Race day. What was the worst decision you made? Because we made plenty of bad decisions, I'm sure.
During the event, the worst decision I made.
Or which decision did you not make that you wish you would have made? I don't have anything, and you know I'm critical of our race. I'll give you one that we should have had at aid stations because you were an aid station guy I was finish line guy. We should have had hand warmers
I did.
at every aid station.
Oh, I see.
Like, instead of knack, should have been like hand warmers. Freaking put one in each glove before you leave here. Something like that. It's not a mistake. It's just that would have been nice. Scott?
Those, like when you go to the car wash, they have those little towels sitting outside to dry your car off. Some of those would have been nice because my phone was bricked. I couldn't even touch my phone or like use a button. So like a towel or something to just like quickly dry off my hands, my phone, whatever it is.
It was like quick dry towel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just like a
tons of
little,
them.
just like little quick dry towels would have been nice to have too, to just like quickly dry things off.
Okay. My not worst decision, but the kind of one of the blunders I had was I was so focused on setup and cleanup. That's where I put all my finish line volunteer help was 10 to noon and 10 p.m. And next year I got to have more hands at prime time, which is like noon to 4. I need people to be there noon to 4 to make sure everyone's finish line experience, they're dialed in. Jake, hey, that's our third place female. Make sure you talk to her. Make sure you do this. So I need to be more locked in and having a volunteer that just tells me, because I just see runners cross. And it was hard because you couldn't even see bibs. I don't know if it's a green bib, red bib, blue bib. Most years I can tell, oh, that's the second green bib male I've seen. This year I had no idea what their bib numbers were.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I need more volunteers at the finish line during
I see.
that time.
There's definitely things that if I could go back, I would have fixed. I would have fixed the parking issue at Zig Zag. I mean, I would have had sidewalls on those. I didn't have any.
Yeah.
There was one story with Marie Young. She came in first place in the 55K. She was smoking it, dude. And she was shaking so bad. I was like, you can't. Sorry. Like, you have to go sit in my truck. So she went and sat in my truck, and she was tripping. She's like, when's second place coming through? I'm like, who cares? Like, get in my truck and warm up. And I was talking to her. I was talking to her boyfriend. I'm like, she can't go like this. So if this doesn't change, I'm going to pull her. Because it was bad. So I'm like, the windows are tinted. You can't see in there. Strip down, get dry, warm up, and then we'll reassess you. Okay? So she was in my truck for like 20 minutes probably. And I found out that the second place girl came through. And then I went over to talk to Marie to check on her. She was gone. I was like, oh, shit. She saw that other girl come through, and she jumped out of my car and was like, I'm good. I was busy. I was at the aid station. Mm-hmm. I thought she was warming up. I probably was going to pull her from the race, and she just peaced out. And not only did she make it to Mueller, but she made it all the way to Summerwood.
And then her boyfriend or husband.
Her boyfriend
pulled
her with 5 miles downhill. Oh,
that's rough.
Yeah,
that's rough. And she was leading.
Yeah,
at Summerwood.
I don't know if she actually caught that girl.
Yeah. I think the winner of the 55K's name is Summer Atwood. I want to say. Okay. What was on, bro? Was that a tangent? Did I ask a question?
Number 5.
What was the biggest disappointment?
For me?
Yeah. Like, I was disappointed in this.
I was disappointed in whiny people. Because, like, the majority of the runners were like, we get it. This is the sport. If it's an alternate route, it's an alternate route. Let's roll. But these people that are hitting us with, I paid good money and I trained for Francis Peak. And I'm like, there's nothing in our contract guaranteeing you the original route. Like that, like the attitude.
Like we wanted to do all the extra work and spend the extra time and money and have all the hassle. Like we chose that.
Like we were dying to go do out and backs at Tahoe. Like,
yeah,
whiny. That was disappointing because I was like, I would expect from an ultra runner. And when you're talking about the masses, when you're talking about the general public, you're going to get it, of course. Yeah. Like, you'd be naive to think that you're not. But I was just like, that's a little disappointing. Like, your reaction's kind of lame.
It just, in most cases, it comes off as like, wow, you really don't know what you're doing in this sport, but you think you do. Like, you come across as like entitled guy. I'm entitled to that course that I paid for back in May when I signed up. That's the course I'm doing. And if not, refund, discount. I'm going to be mad.
I was a little disappointed. But I mean, from their perspective, I understand being disappointed as well.
Dude, I was disappointed.
I get it. I do. I get it.
We were pissed all freaking week.
But with DC Peaks, if you're risking some stuff here, because it's like you get the best weather of the year, the most beautiful fall colors ever. But that comes with a risk of like, you might get wet. You better be ready if you sign up for our race.
Bro, we said it the year we decided to do this, with the first year, second year. We've always said it. That's kind of part of the lure of our race, is like, hey, it's a fall race in the mountains in Utah. When you sign up, we don't know what the weather's going to be, but we're going to make it happen. We're going to have an experience, and you're going to never forget it.
Zach Garner messaged me and said it should be called the DC Peaks 50-50 weather.
I heard two people on trail say the DC River 50 because the trail was just a river.
Someone messaged me. I can't remember if it was. I don't want to say the name because I'll probably get it wrong. We got so many messages. I handled all the DMs on my personal one and DC Peaks for the last like 3 days. But someone called it the DCBST.
That was Cody
Robinson.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. It was. Okay, because I said DCPBST, but you dropped the P. DCBST. It's the DCBST year.
Yep.
Cody Robinson, for now, Ruth Croft of DC Peaks.
Yep.
He has raced all 3 distances in 3 years and podiumed all 3 times.
Yeah.
That's
DC
freaking
Peak
cool.
Guys. Yeah.
Congrats, Cody.
He's badass.
That's a massive shout out, dude. To just toe the line every year, and doesn't matter what distance, he's going to be in the mix. That's really cool. Okay. Number 6. Is our race too late in the season? Are we just dumb to pick this week in the mountains?
2 out of 5 years. That's not great.
I don't count the first year. Because it was the second week of October.
Yeah, but if you would have moved it up a week, it was raining and terrible. It was it was raining all week.
Not on the Saturday.
How do you come on?
I remember.
Shit.
I don't remember.
Shit.
Come on. I remember the next 7 Saturdays in a row, though. After 2021, the next 7 Saturdays were beautiful, 65 to 75 degrees. Regardless,
put it to a vote. Do you just scooch right in between Bear and Wasatch? Hey guys, we'll just be right here. We're not getting their runners anyway. If we just scooched in between them, does that fall enough for you? Why are you shaking your head?
I still will hold the opinion that you don't know. We're going to 9,000 feet. We don't know.
Yeah, but it's 15 degrees warmer.
Could be.
On average, it is. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's if it was raining, but you got an extra 15 degrees, that's huge.
Okay. My other 2 points will be for arguing for keeping it the first week. I think that's our brand. I think that's our image. I think that's what makes us different. Antelope does November and March.
I don't want that to be our image. What were you about to say?
Any other any other race, they pick their race, and you don't guarantee the weather anywhere ever.
I know.
I think it's what you just said. Like, that's part of the allure of the race, and the risk is there's a chance that it's going to be the best racing conditions of any race of the year, like 60 and sunny and just beautiful and perfect, or there's a chance you're going to get wet. And like either one, honestly, is kind of a dope experience. Like I think it's, you just got to be ready for it either way.
Bro, we had runners sign up a week before the race and then complain and want a refund or a rollover credit.
Dude, we had people that
Like, you don't look at the weather 7 days in advance?
I let them in after. And they complained.
Yeah. So here's what we'll do.
It's hard for our crew, bro, to get up there.
We will put a vote out if we should move it, and then we'll do whatever we want.
Well,
because that's what we did last time.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that because we're not actually putting it out for a vote for you to make the decision. We just want the data.
Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah.
Wait, you like it in October?
I like it. I like the first week of October. I feel like, I don't want to say own, but everyone knows that's our week. Like we're 5 years in. We have owned that weekend. No one else is going to launch a race to compete with us on that weekend.
And the reroute course is great. It was fun. And I think if it has to get rerouted because of snow in the first week of October, that's fine. Like the rerouted course was super fun and great. It's still challenging. And it could be a race where, like, if conditions are good, it's not soaking wet. That could be like a 50-mile PR course, the rerouted course.
Yeah.
It could be something that maybe it's not as steep and hard as the original course, but you can come out and run a really fast 50 if it's not soupy trails.
Yeah, September is, there are so many races when it comes to volunteers, pacers, runners, sponsor help. I mean, there's just a bunch of reasons for me. I would like to keep it where it's at. And
put the vote out. If the people want it in October, because it weighs on me. I want a good experience for the runners.
For sure.
And so it weighs on me. I'm just like, we have so much potential. It's right there. It's right there. And then that just gets wrecked with this. So if they say, keep it in October, that would be a huge sway for me. But if this shit happens again, no, dude. No, I'm not. I literally am not.
We'll be ready.
Not if it's 50% of the time. That would be 3 out of 6 years. No.
Oh, yeah. You're saying if it happens 2 years in a row.
If it happened again, I'd be like, I don't care what. I'm out then. You do it.
Yeah. I mean, statistically, it won't. We said in the beginning, UTMB hadn't had a terrible weather year since 2019. This was the first year Cocodona had it in 5 years. They were hot and running out of water, just like we were. It's our 5th year. It feels like it's going to be a 20-25% chance of something like that. Now, if it rains a little bit, great. Whatever. We hit rains, bro, that hadn't rained like that in 125 years.
Yeah.
So I'm not making a decision based off of an anomaly one-off.
Right, but that's not necessarily true. Just because it's not record-breaking doesn't mean that you're not getting an inch and a half and it's still absolutely miserable. It doesn't have to be record-breaking for it to
That's
suck.
what I'm saying. I don't want to make a decision off of a record year.
I know.
So give me a little bit of rain and then we'll see.
What I'm trying to say to you is that an inch and a half is still a miserable day. And that wouldn't have been record-breaking. The fact that it was record-breaking doesn't really sway me.
If we got half the water that we got,
Terrible experience.
you think it'd still be terrible?
Yes, because it was cold. Yes.
Half the water?
Yes, absolutely miserable. So it only rained for 6 hours straight and freezing.
But, I mean, you could get the rain for 2 hours, a break for 2 hours, a rain for 2 hours. I mean, you can just get it in different waves where it would not be miserable.
Yeah, I think, like I said, it obviously rains in September. It's just so much warmer that the propane tanks aren't freezing to the ground.
Yeah.
But then it's hot, and then there's that. I understand. I like so much about our race being in October, but I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. I don't feel the need to make an adjustment.
Okay, what?
Next year it's going to be on October 3rd. 1 day earlier.
Hell yeah.
That would have been
so nice.
Would have been all the difference.
Yeah, next year, October 3rd will be the one raining.
Shut up. And then it's October 2nd, then it's October 1st.
You put a vote out saying, would you move it up to the mid-September or would you leave it first week in October? And 75% of the votes come in, move it.
Ooh. Okay. This is when we make the decision. The next 2 years, it goes October 3rd, October 2nd. So we're leaving it. 3 years from now, we have a big decision to make.
7th.
It's the 7th. The snow year was the 8th.
Was it 8th or 9th?
8th or 9th. The 7th is a big deal. That's for some reason a big deal.
I wish we could just be like, it's going to be one of those 2 days. Be ready. Hey, that's how Barkley is. I'll let you know when it starts. Don't worry. Just hang tight.
Dude, do you see the comment that we got? I screenshot a bunch of comments, but I forgot to put them on here. Someone commented.
No, I didn't see any comments.
Someone commented, you guys are the only race directors in Ultra that can pull that off a successful way besides Laz. Something like that. Something to the effect of like we were in the same conversation with Laz, and I was like, wow, that's great company. I'll start smoking immediately.
I need a license plate. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That'll help with the stress.
Oh, yeah.
Just
He doesn't seem like he's stressed about anything. He's just like, whatever.
Because they know what they're signing up for. Think of the weather at Barkley most years.
He just
plans
laughs.
it.
He laughs.
He plans it for that.
Him and Carl Meltzer have this thing in them where they giggle. They laugh
Yeah, they do.
at the runners just suffering. I don't have that in me. You know how like people are wired differently? Some people love the rush. They want to do like base jumping. I don't want to do that. I don't thrive on that rush.
Dude, you don't even want a mountain bike.
Yes, I do. I love mountain biking.
No. Deer Valley.
I love it.
You hated it when we went.
Oh, that was Black Diamonds. That was
You're
crazy.
like, I'm not doing that.
Don't you think that was a little crazy?
It was a bit crazy. But
Okay, but no, I love doing it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm not Black Diamond guy hauling ass with these 6 pros. Like, why are we here, dude?
Yeah, you'll go hit the rollers with your kids. That's
yeah,
fun.
that's so fun.
Yeah,
But
usually I hit
you
some
got to
rollers.
admit, that was intense.
It was intense. Yes, I was scared out of my mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not getting injured, dude, for my
Dude,
race.
they're like, sorry, you have to go sideways on this thing and upside down
Literally
or you're
just
screwed.
Around the corner. Yeah.
I'm like, cool. I haven't been on a bike since I was in junior high. Let's go. But no, I don't. But I also don't have this thing in my soul where I love to watch the runners suffer. I don't have that.
No, I don't want to see that either.
But there are some guys out there that they love it.
Yeah.
They just laugh. And I don't. I don't have that.
Not in that kind of
I
way.
want them to have a good experience.
Okay. We're on number 7. I'm going to pee my pants.
Let's play swords.
We're back.
yeah, we're
That
back.
was the longest pee I've ever taken. That's probably the first pee. Not probably. I know for a fact that's the first time I've ever had to take a break mid-pod and go pee. I couldn't. And I grabbed some aid station cookies too.
I don't care what you're saying.
Well, those cookies were fire, dude.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I probably hit those cookies on an aid station.
Can I tell you something?
Sure, Mick. Go ahead.
I just went into your office and grabbed a Rockstar. I noticed a lot of Mountain Dew in your fridge there, buddy.
Yeah, they put too many in there. So,
Mountain Dew guy, huh?
no. Well, we had all that leftover soda because nobody drank any soda.
No.
Like none.
People were drinking Coke
Zip.
at Zig Zag.
Bro, no soda. My dad took a cooler home this
Of
big
Coke?
of Mountain Dew and Coke and ginger ale. And it's in the back of his truck probably to this very second. And
You can't be drinking that crap.
well, so anyway, when we were all cleaning stuff up, I had one of the guys that said, "Hey, take that cooler up and let's put some Mountain Dews and Cokes in my office so I can offer it to people." I almost fired him because he removed like 9 Rockstars so he could fit a full 12-pack of Mountain Dew and a full 12-pack of Coke. And I scalded him and wrote him up. I was like, "You're on freaking written warning. Don't ever swap out my Rockstar for that crap."
Why are you telling the story about how you scolded me?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna pull some out. I thought it'd be cool because the number of people that drink a Coke or Mountain Dew and they come in the office would be nice to give them one. That's all. All right, here we are. Number 7. If I could do Saturday over again, I would.
I would run it on Friday. No, the story, now that it's done, the story is...
Yeah. This is Monday quarterbacking question.
The story is just unbelievable. So it's... I mean, I would just do something very simple. I would... my whole existence was in the field and up at Zig Zag, mostly. I would have sidewalls, and I would not let family go up there.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Great. That's a great answer. If I could do Saturday over again, I would start the 50 miler at 5 a.m.
In the lightning.
I would start it at 5 a.m.
I agree.
You guys would
It
have been
wasn't
dead.
raining at 5 a.m.
It was lightning.
It
You'd not be here right
at
now.
6, bro.
You'd be dead. That's when it ended. You guys are psychos.
No.
You'd be dead.
I would start it
If
at
I
5.
could go back and do Saturday again, I would die. That's what you're saying.
No, I wouldn't die. I wouldn't be running. I would be fine.
Oh, yeah. Who cares then?
Yeah, I don't care about them. I would start them at 5. And I would say this also. If we're going to start them at 6 because of lightning, cool. I would have moved the cutoff to 6 p.m.
No, you wouldn't have.
Then I would have started at 5 a.m.
No. Because if you're not fit enough
Hey,
to get...
this is my answer. If
I'm arguing with you. You're going to put... It's dark. It's freezing at Mueller Park. And if you're taking all the way... I don't care what time you started. If you take all the way until 5 o'clock to get out of there, you shouldn't be doing it. Because you're about to enter into hell. In the dark, at night, in the freezing. So you're not pushing the...
I'm with you.
No.
That's why I would have started it at 5 a.m.
But you just said if you would have started at 6, then you would have pushed the cutoff back an hour. 11 hours?
Look.
11 hours, bro. To do 35 miles?
Listen to me. My original answer is I would have started it at 5
I hate
a.m.
you.
Therefore, leaving the cutoff at 5 p.m. I think I, like some of the runners, underestimated that course. I thought that course would be faster, and in perfect conditions, it would run way faster. Eli White would run that course at least an hour faster, at least, because he'd be cooking all those downhills. I think he runs a 7-hour alternate course.
Yeah.
And he ran an 8:43.
Yeah.
I think he runs very close to a 7:20. Therefore, that's why we made the cutoff where we made the cutoff, because we're like, the course is freaking 2 hours faster, dude. It just is. But I, like the runners, underestimated how difficult the course was and how slow runners would be running and how much time they'd take at aid stations trying to stay warm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 5 a.m. would be nice because that'd be an extra hour of running with no rain. That would have been really nice. Lightning, whatever. And then they would have we would have had more people finish the race, which is important to both of us.
Okay.
This is our most cutoffs ever at Mueller Park. We cut off how many people at Mueller at 5 o'clock? I think it was like 10.
I don't know, but I left there at 4:50.
Yeah, I think it was about 10. Aaron told me it was about 10. That were between Ziggy and Mueller.
What's that lady's name? My girl. You had her call me from your phone.
Pamela Anderson.
That's that. There was that lady. She said, "I'm going to be the oldest lady to finish."
Jill.
Yeah, I'm going to be the oldest person to finish your race. And
Jill.
I saw her at Zig Zag, and I almost didn't let her go. She was like shaking.
61 or 62 years old.
She's like, "I'm going," and I'm like, I thought she was done for sure. I'm like, you're, no offense, but you're done. And she's like, "No, I'm gonna do this." And I was like, "Why? Like, why? You're gonna make it to Mueller, and then you're done. So let's just warm me up."
Look at you just talking people out of
No, I'm
quitting.
thinking why. So So she just goes, bro. And then I ended up going over to Mueller and I saw her.
Yep.
And she's like, "Do not pull me." She could feel that I was.
She knew you were coming for her
She's
neck.
like, "Do not pull me. Do not pull me. I am finishing this race." And I'm like, "You have a journey ahead of you."
Yeah.
And you're shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like she couldn't even. She's like, "No, I'm good. I'm eating." I'm like, "You can't even eat." She could feel that I was like eyeball emojis.
Mm-hmm.
And she stayed in that tent and she got it under control. And her pacer was with her. She's like, "We're good." I'm like, okay. Go get it, bro.
And she finished.
Freaking finished that shit.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it when I saw her.
I
dude.
can't believe
When
her.
she-
That is the
when you-
toughest
Mhm.
lady. I couldn't believe it.
When you told me to keep an eye out for her,
Yeah.
when she crossed, I was like, that's her.
She wasn't even last.
Nope.
Yeah, you knew. You're
I
like,
knew.
"That's her."
I knew. Because you were like, she's in good spirits. She's got a good attitude. Older lady. I'm like, at the time I didn't. I'm like, I'll know. And then when she crossed, I was like, oh, that's her. And I met her at Packet Pickup. I'm like, that's her. Yeah.
And then she called me. She called me from Jake's phone.
Yep.
And I got to congratulate her. Like, that was amazing.
That's cool. That was a really cool experience for everybody. Okay. What's the first change you're making for next year?
Just moving it up to second week in September.
Oh, that's cool. My change I am making, I have two answers. I am going to have you do this because you're runner manual guy and also course marking guy. We are going to spell out you are required to go to Summerwood. People don't think that they need to go. Some people don't think they need to go.
I don't understand that.
I know, but that's because maybe they're new to the sport. Maybe they don't know you.
Oh, they're
Have
like,
to go to
I don't
these.
need the aid.
Yeah, like I don't have to go I don't need the aid, but it's like no, you need to. That's part of the mileage. So we need to spell that out in the runner's manual,
Okay.
and then also in the runner's manual, and we will talk to L, our 5-year standing aid station captain at Mueller Park, and at 2 p.m. you are required to gear check headlamp when you leave Mueller Park. Disappointed is not the right word. I was surprised by the number of finishers who didn't have a freaking headlamp.
I don't know if 2 is the right call.
Whatever time we choose, we'll choose a number.
Because
We'll
it's
choose
not-
a time.
If it's not in the rain, they're not going to be quite as slow.
I don't care. We'll choose the time. The point is, there will be a headlamp check at Mueller.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, dude. Like, I have a headlamp in my truck that a pacer lent to a runner. And the pacer came in before and was like, hey, make sure I get that headlamp back. I don't even know who the runner is, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm supposed to find this headlamp for you? I'm down. I'm glad you helped him. And I got it.
Oh,
The good news is
but
I got it.
I
and
hear
I
what you're
reached out
saying.
and-
You're like,
I don't want more problems.
okay.
I'm like, you need a headlamp, dude.
Okay. I got you
Okay.
on that. I'm for sure we need to discuss get the splits and figure out the parking situation for crew.
Yeah. We'll
That's,
lock
I
that
would
down
like
too.
to work on that.
Okay. I have two questions. Are we going to add a 100 miler? And what if we added a 26.2?
Okay. We are trying to add a 100 miler.
Okay.
We have what I think is an absolutely amazing course. It's like 100.3 miles or something. It was like dialed, and 21,000 feet of climbing. It's amazing. We just need a little support from some of our local ski resorts.
Yep.
To get their ass in line.
Mm-hmm.
What if this is the first I've heard of a marathon?
Mm-hmm.
What if we added the DC Peaks Marathon? That would be weird. You'd have to start at Bountiful Peak.
Nope.
Okay. Start at Farmington Pond?
I think you could start at either Zig Zag or Mueller Park. There's so many trails in Mueller.
This is wild to hear you out of anyone saying this.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. I want every course to be the same so we don't have, he hates, and so do I, when it's like 50 mile this way, marathon that way, different colored flags. If they're all going this way, I don't want to send them up to Rudy's. That's you. So that's really funny to hear you saying this now. But to be fair, you're just posing the question.
Let me tell you where my head's at and how I got there.
Okay.
I started thinking about the spring festival, DCP spring. And I was like, what if in the spring you did the alternate 50, 55, and instead of the 25, which you are not a fan of, you do the marathon.
Oh.
And then in the fall classic, we do the OG original 3 courses that we have and potentially the 100. So the 100 and then the 3 OGs in the fall, and in the spring has alternate 50, 55 and the new marathon. You have 3 races on both days, both weekends. We'd have 400 runners twice a year. But there's a little difference between them, right? You got the marathon on the spring and you got the 100 on the fall.
We definitely have to figure out the marathon. Like, I hate starting it at Zig Zag.
No, you start at the church where we've always started. Then they get to run on the road and up there and then hit the trail.
Oh, I see.
You don't go to Bountiful Peak because it's in the spring. You start at the church, you go up to BST, and you head south.
Right.
Uh-huh. And then, yep. We could play around with it, but pose the question. Scott?
I think you just started at Mueller and add those 6 miles instead of having it be BST and
You'd have
Bountiful
to
Boulevard.
9
Just
miles.
go, I mean, there's so much up there now.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much. They've done so much trail work.
But to your point, we'd try to start it somewhere where we wouldn't have
If you
to
start at Farmington
have a bunch
Pond,
of arrows at Mueller.
If you start at Farmington Pond, that's
30.
20. No.
Farmington Pond was mile 20 this year.
It's 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start line to Zig Zag was 28 because that's where I dropped.
Yep. Yeah, so you have 22 left.
But you could do start line to Zig Zag.
And then
That's
you
not
add.
right. That's
No.
20. It's
No, you want the
it's
finish
20
line at Palm
miles.
Springs.
20 miles from Zig Zag.
Yeah, so we go find 6 miles somewhere.
And are you sure it's not 6 miles to Farmington
it's-
Pond from there?
It's the Jeremy
11-ish.
Jeremy Tolman
No.
route,
Going
bro.
up Farmington Canyon. it
No,
was.
no, not that part.
Okay.
I'm saying from Zig Zag to Farmington Pond, if you stay on the Bonneville shoreline, it's probably around 6 miles.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. I think it's fun to see if we can pull it off. And if we want to really do it twice a year, that's the big question. Because we're not adding a marathon without adding a spring event.
Oh, look at you. Look at you.
See what I'm saying? Dude, we own all the assets now. We got all the stuff dialed in. We'd need most likely different aid station captains because we can't ask them to do that twice a year. That once a year is crazy that they are so down. And then we would be rolling. Okay. Last question. This one's tougher because we don't want to single people out because we probably had 10s and 20s and 30s of volunteers that were just unbelievable. Probably 50 volunteers that were just like freaking rock stars. Awesome. All day.
Yeah.
But because this is a show where we pick podiums,
I cannot.
I need you to
podium. I can't.
We are going to pick our podium volunteers.
No.
You had time. I have mine. I have my 3. Do I have to give them a? Can I just say that's my podium? No, I'm not doing this. I love you guys. Okay, great. Then I will give just a quick shout out to Jesse Rich, who we talked about in the last couple of podcasts. He won Run Rabbit Run. His nutrition company. He was there to promote his product and his company. And within minutes of being there, he realized, like, this doesn't even matter. and he just balled out as a volunteer all day at the finish line. That was awesome.
Yeah,
he put his personal gain, his business, his financial, for his family aside, and was like, nope, I'm gonna make sure these runners are eating, they get dry clothes, they're safe, they're warm. Like, that's kind of a hero move for me, because if you sign up as a volunteer, you're already a hero. You signed up and you're giving your day or several hours to all these runners. You're already on the list. But you signed up as a vendor and then you became a volunteer was just really cool for me to see. And I didn't know Jesse very well till Saturday.
That's way cool.
He's a homie.
So if
cool.
people are trying to lock in their nutrition, specifically for ultra running, they want to reach out to him.
He's the guy. He coaches. So he coaches on Evoke, which is the same company that has the coaches for Tom Evans and Ruth Croft. So that coaching group coached the 2 winners of UTMB this year.
That's cool.
So their coaches under them. Jesse is one of those coaches. So you can be an athlete of Jesse's, and then he brings the nutritional experience to all of his athletes. Is that accurate, Scott?
Yep. I actually, in 2021, Jesse was my coach and got me fitter than I've ever been in my life, and would highly recommend it. Anyone who's looking for a coach, Jesse's the man.
Yeah.
100%. One of the best in probably one of the best in Salt Lake City, I would say.
Wow. Okay. There you go. It's Evoke, right? That's the name of the...
Yep, Evoke. And then he does nutrition coaching and consulting, as well as just your standard training plans. So he can get you dialed, gut and body.
Yeah, because our other 2 volunteers, not volunteers, but sponsors. It's no hate. I would have done the same thing. Rockstar, Restore Wellness.
They're like, we're out.
Bro, they pulled up, got out of their trucks for a minute, and they're like looking around. Jake, I'm like, it's fine. You don't have to be here. You do not have to stay. That no one's going to be hanging out at the finish line checking out your stuff. So I totally get it, and I've spoken to both of them, and they're like, yeah, it's cool. But Mark, our dog that makes all of our swag.
Time Graphics. He
was going to have a booth there, like a tent, and, talk to people about what he does. And he helped set up the whole finish line. He was dope too.
He did?
Yes, dude.
I didn't know that.
He stuck around for a few hours. I don't even know when he left, but he was there at least 2 hours, pulling stuff out of the box truck, setting up the canopies, setting up the sidewalls. He went volunteer mode too.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, it was cool of him too. Yeah. So, okay. I have some Kodiak things, but I don't think we need to review them. I'm racing, and so are lots of other people. And I'm looking forward to the next couple days of hopefully just turning off my RD brain. And
I'm very excited to see how you do, because you trained differently. Like, you potentially be pretty fast.
Yeah, I hope that I feel like I did last year, where DC Peaks takes so much out of me, and then I got to somehow transition to race mode. I kind of feel like that right now. Like, I'm tired.
Yeah, me too. I'm supposed to have a huge week too, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, like, I'm tired. I'm hoping to just get some really good recovery. What's today? Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be ready. Regardless, I'm towing, and I'll give it my best. Give it my all.
Okay, bro.
Okay. That is DC Peaks. We will open up registration whenever we want, because it's our race and our rules. Thanks for joining the Next Aid Station. See you the next time.